multiplied by this will mean the percentage W by W. Let us have one example. What we have that what you mean by 10% W by W solution, aqueous solution of sodium chloride. It means what we have 10% W by W aqueous solution of sodium chloride. %% W by W of aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means aqueous solution is formed when a solute is dissolved in water. When any solute is dissolved in water, it is termed as aqueous solution. 10% W by W, it means when 10 gram of sodium chloride is dissolved in 90 gram of water, then it forms 10% W by W. Let us see when 10 gram of solute dissolved in what? 90 gram of water. Solvent 90 gram, solute 10 gram, then multiplied by 100. What we have? 10 by 100 into 100. What we have? 10% W by W. That means 10% W by W, it means when 10 gram of sodium chloride is dissolved in 90 gram of water. It means 10% W by W of sodium chloride in water means a solution that contains 10 gram of NaCl dissolving 90 gram of water. It means when 90 gram of water we have and we dissolve 10 gram of sodium chloride, then it is termed as 10% W by W. In case when a liquid solute is dissolved in a liquid solvent, then we express the concentration of solution by percentage V by V. Percentage V by V, it means the volume of the solute dissolved in a given volume of solution, or the amount of solute in ml dissolved in 100 ml of solution. It is termed as percentage V by V. Let us discuss it. When percentage V by V, percentage volume by volume. When a liquid solute is dissolved in, when a liquid solute is dissolved in a liquid solvent, then the concentration of solution is expressed as percentage V by V, whereas percentage W by W is used to express when a solute is dissolved in solid or liquid solid. Then in that case we use percentage W by W. Now if we have a liquid solute dissolved in a liquid solvent, then we express the concentration of that solution by percentage V by V. It means concentration percentage V by V, it is equals to the volume of solute divided by volume of solution multiplied by 100. We know solution, volume of solution, it means it contains the volume of solute plus volume of solvent. What we have? Volume of solute divided by volume of solute plus volume of solvent multiplied by 100. This we mean the percentage V by V. Let us have a question that what we mean by 20% V by V of alcohol in water. We know alcohol is in liquid state, water is in liquid state. Then in order to express this concentration, we use V by V. It means what we have to express 20% V by V. 20% V by V, it means when 20 ml of alcohol is dissolved in 80 ml of water, then the total solution will be 100 ml. And we have the percentage 20% V by V. It means percentage V by V, it means when 20 ml of alcohol dissolved in 80 ml of water and 20 ml of alcohol. And in that case, what we have? 20 by 20 plus 80, 100 into 100. Then we have 20% V by V. These are the two ways how to express the concentration of the solution. This percentage V by V, we know the volume is affected by temperature. It means on increasing temperature, the volume increases. When the volume increases, and we know that the volume of solute and the solvent is not same, then they have a varied effect of temperature on the volume of solute and the solvent. It means percentage W by W has not the effect of temperature, whereas percentage V by V has the effect of temperature. Now we will discuss saturated and unsaturated solution. And we will discuss the saturated and unsaturated solution by doing an activity. Let us do it and know what we mean by saturated and unsaturated solution. What we are discussing? Saturated solution and unsaturated solution. Let us have a beaker having some water into it. What we have? We have water into it. This solution is known as unsaturated solution. Why it is so? Let us discuss. Let us dissolve salt into it. NaCl. On dissolving 1 teaspoon of salt, it is going to dissolve completely. Dissolution, dissolution is a kind of physical process. And when sodium chloride is dissolved in water, then it is completely vanished. It means it is dispersed in the solution. it will not settle in the bottom. Dissolution it means it's going to disperse in the solution. And the sodium chloride in water, it forms a true solution. That's why we will not able to see the particles of the sodium chloride when it is dissolved in water. First, what we are discussing, unsaturated solution. It means the solution is termed as unsaturated because we can dissolve more and more sodium chloride into water. We will discuss why sodium chloride is dissolved in this water and what is happening when we are going to dissolve when we have the successive addition of sodium chloride in that water. It means this solution is termed as unsaturated because we can dissolve more and more sodium chloride in water. But on addition of 1 teaspoon of sodium chloride, 2, 3, 4, 5, on successive addition of sodium chloride, a stage is reached when the added sodium chloride is not going to dissolve in water, whereas it is going to settle at the bottom. It means the added sodium chloride is not going to dissolve. If it is not going to dissolve, then it will be settled at the bottom, and that type of solution is termed as saturated solution. What we know, what is saturated solution, what is unsaturated solution? It means a solution, the first one, what we have, saturated, unsaturated. Unsaturated solution. A solution in which more and more solute can be dissolved. If more and more solute can be dissolved, then it is termed as unsaturated solution. The next one, saturated solution. Saturated solution. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved, it means on successive addition of solute, it is not going to dissolve, whereas it is going to settle at the bottom, then that solution is termed as saturated solution. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved is termed as saturated solution. Let us see what is happening there. In case of, when we are discussing in case of unsaturated solution, let us see the magnified image. We have the magnified image of this one. We see these are the water molecules. These are the water molecules. When we add this solute or sodium chloride into it, then what happens? This sodium chloride is broken down into smaller pieces and they accommodate the interparticle space. This is interparticle space. They accommodate the interparticle space. This one is NaCl. It means in an unsaturated solution, the interparticle space is left vacant, it means there is such more amount of interparticle space which is not occupied. If it is not occupied, then the added solute will broken down and will accommodate the interparticle space. It means it is going to dissolve. Whereas in case of saturated solution, when we see the same magnified image, this one is water molecule. But when they are saturated, then their interparticle space is fully occupied. By the solute molecule. Here it is unsaturated solution. Because all the interparticle space is not occupied by solute molecules. Here what we see, if all the interparticle space is occupied by solute molecules, then the added successive solute will not have vacant interparticle space in which they will accommodate. Therefore, they will not dissolve and the solution is termed as saturated solution, or solution in which all the interparticle space is already occupied by solute. Then it is termed as saturated solution. Then in that case, the added solute on further addition of solute will not have vacant interparticle space, therefore they will not dissolve and will settle at the bottom, and that solution is termed as saturated solution. Here what we know? We know a saturated solution and unsaturated solution. We will also see the effect of temperature on saturated and unsaturated solution. Let us see what is happening. Let us see the effect of temperature on saturated and unsaturated solution. What we have? Effect of temperature on saturated and unsaturated solution. Let us start with the saturated solution, the first one. Saturated. In order to understand what is the effect of temperature, and in order to understand it, we will observe the phenomena at molecular level. What is going to happen? As I have explained you that in case of saturated solution, this one is saturated solution, all the interparticle space is going to be occupied by solute. These are the interparticle space. These are the interparticle space where solute accommodates. But on increasing temperature, when we increase the temperature, then these molecules will move far apart. When they will move far apart, let us see. When they move, this molecule will move, this molecule will move far apart. When they will move far apart, this will increase the interparticle space. It means far apart, this will increase interparticle space. When interparticle space is increased, in that case, we have vacant interparticle space. And I have told you that when in a solution we have vacant interparticle space, then in that solution we can add more and more solute, we can dissolve more and more solute, and that solution is termed as unsaturated solution. If they have interparticle space, then this is interparticle space, this will become unsaturated. It means what we see here, on increasing temperature, the interparticle space increases. When interparticle space increases, more and more solute can be dissolved, and the solution in which more and more solute can be dissolved is termed as unsaturated solution. It means on increasing temperature, a saturated solution becomes unsaturated. What we have? We have one on increasing temperature, a saturated solution becomes unsaturated due to increase in interparticle space. Let us cool this solution. When we cool the saturated solution, on cooling it, this one is on increasing